Hi, Melania. This is Christina, and I apologize if I'm saying your name totally wrong. I was really looking at it, trying to get it right. So I apologize if I completely messed up your name. But this is a video that I mentioned about in the group offering some suggestions on how to improve your online presence. I did a little bit of research, and I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in. Now, whenever or any consumer really, if they're looking for a product or service, they're going to go to Google and they're going to type in a keyword, right? And for example, your future client's going to be typing in listening coach Canada. Now, whenever we see a location at the end of that, whether it's a city, a country, that tells us that that is a buyer intent keyword. That is a local consumer looking for a local service, and they have that higher buyer intent, right? Now, the industry that you're in, I don't necessarily if that would be applicable or not, because really you would focus on nationwide in general, right? But typically, the companies that I work with, I really have them focus on their local area and also nationwide, right? So kind of like a combination or countrywide. Um, and again, for your situation, when I looked up listening coach, I did come up with some listings here, and I was just checking to see if your website came up. It did not. Okay. All right. And this section right here is what we call organic listings. Now, typically, you would see a top section here where it would have like three companies with reviews, and that's what we call Google Map Pack. And typically, whenever we're looking for a niche that's nationwide, you're not going to get that because that would show like local consumers who are listening coaches in their area. So really important to be listed here because within your type of industry, it really focuses on organic listings. Now, these are websites that have 1,500 to 2,000 words minimum on their homepage. That's what we call content. Now, what drives the content are the keywords within it, like we see listening coach, right? Coaching, listening. Now, let me just see here, as we see like Canada in the title there, right? So Google sees those keywords and they index the sites accordingly. So they kind of see these websites as preferred websites, right? Because they have the keywords within the content. Now, the more content you have on your homepage, the better, especially over your competitors, because there's Google bots that crawl websites 24/7. The more content that you have on your homepage, the longer they stay on your site and the more keywords that your site is indexed for. So if you offer various services, such as I know you're a listening coach, but I noticed that you are accredited for a happiness coach, right? So if you would have back pages for a back page for happiness coaching, you would have content and keywords within that. And then also too, if you want to rank for specific areas, such as example, I live near the Philadelphia area, right? So that's a high metropolis area. If you live near a city that has that high population, I would have a back page where you would have content and the keyword instead of Canada have that city, right? So that you would come up within the search results. Because I guarantee if you live in a high or near a high metropolis area, there's going to be somebody that's going to be searching for your service, right? And you want to come up within the search results for that. And also too within your listening coaching or happiness coaching, if you are if you have it broken down into specific pain points that you focus on. So just for me coming in as an outsider, just learning about listening coaching, right away, my mind is wondering what type of listening, like what would I come to you for, right? What would you be listening about? Right, coming from me. Like, why would I be searching for your services? What are you going to be listening to me talk about, right? And as you see here, like they focus on parenting coaching, right? And then I also noticed somebody within the happiness coaching was targeting more like burnout, right? So that's like a pain point. Somebody that's really burnt out, whether with their work or their life, that's a pain point, right? That they would be searching for. So they wouldn't necessarily be looking up listening coaching. They would be looking up their pain point. And that's just based off a marketing standpoint. It's easier to target the pain points so that you can target your specific client that you're searching for, right? That's looking for your type of service. Because when you look up listening coaches, that's kind of like a broad spectrum, right? But when you narrow down to the pain points, that really helps narrow down your target market, if that makes sense. And essentially also to like clarity coaching, I noticed that there was a lot of search volume for that online. And with clarity, I saw that there is different coaches that, like, there was one that really narrowed in like career, getting clarity on their career choice. That was a really high target one. So again, that's kind of like a pain point. If somebody's looking what type of career, if they're looking for a job or career change, right? So that would be my advice would be number one, to really focus on the pain points of your particular client and market within that area online. That would be helpful, in my opinion. Now, taking a look at your site, I mean, overall, let me just see here. Okay, the content, and then you have your services. Okay, let me just look here within the services. Okay, so you have your prices. Okay. So the one thing that I do notice is what we talked about, the content, right? I would really recommend for your website to get more content on there. You want 1,500 to 2,000 words, right? And the keywords in there. So again, whether you want to focus on just listening coaching in general or happiness coaching, so like if you had happiness coaching all over your site, Google's going to index your site accordingly for that keyword, right? You want to make sure that they're bolded. But if you want to narrow down your target market, again, then I would focus on the pain points, and I'll show you a little bit what I mean by that. But that would be my recommendation, would to get more content, get keywords on there. That'll help your website rank. And then same thing too with your services versus just having the prices. I would definitely go into why they would want the individual listening service, right? Or, excuse me, session. And the happiness coaching. What are the benefits of that, right? What are the listening training workshops that you have going on? So more information, right? More content. And then alternate resources. Let me just see here. Okay, so if that is something that you do focus on, more of like the mental health aspect, I would definitely target to that as well. Now, like for example, I'd have to kind of brainstorm with you a little bit. Now, I was going to say grieving, but that's really not so much mental health. But grieving, that is a listening type of service, right? So that's what I mean by pain point. What, right? Excuse me. What really type of listening do you want to do with your client, right? It's whenever you have kind of like that broad spectrum, it's really hard to get to market. Whenever you really do the pain point specifics, that's where it really helps you find your ideal client, right? So if that is something, right, that you're focused on mental health, that would be an avenue to kind of focus on as far as marketing. Now, let me just take a look here. Like I said, I definitely recommend getting more content. Make sure that you have, how are they reaching you, right? A lot of my clients, I make sure that they have a click to call here, so a phone number. So if they're on a mobile device, they can just click and call you right away and schedule an appointment, right? So anything, or to schedule an appointment button or something right there where they can automatically reach out to you. I would recommend the summer special, maybe to put that above here, right? So it's not so apparent. I would want to have like your logo and exactly what you do in the forefront there. All right. Now, this is the behind the scenes of what's going on to your. This is a paid program. I pay for every month. It helps me with my research and my website audits. And this really shows me the data of how your website is working for you. And as you can see here, you're not getting any traffic because you do not have those keywords on there, right? So that's why Google doesn't know how to index your site for. And also too, this is your Google trust factor, and it's this is on a scale of 100. And this is your power rating, so there's no data, right? So that's why you're not ranking. You're not getting visibility online. Now, let me show you here a competitor of yours now. She was in, I think she's running ads right now, right? So under happiness coaching, and I just wanted to see here if she was running one. So mainly she was focused on happiness coaching, but I know she was really focusing on the burnout, right? So people that are burnt out, they want to feel happy again, right? They want to get happiness back into their life. Now let me show you here the right end burnout and overwhelm. So that's the pain point she's focusing on. Now she's getting some traffic to her website, right? And I just want to look here at the keywords that she has on her site, and they're mainly branded sites, right? So it's basically her name. There's none that are really apparent to the service that she offers. So that's why she's not getting a lot of traffic, right? Even though she's running ads, she's not finding her ideal client, right? Because she doesn't have the correct keywords on there. Now, let me show you a competitor of yours. Now, this is where I mentioned I was searching some keywords, and Clarity Coaching really stood out. There is definitely some high volume there as far as people that's searching for that keyword every month. But she really focuses on the career clarity that I was talking about, right? So she has that pain point. Now, let me show you the background of her website, right? Look at that volume. That's every month, the traffic she's getting to her site, right? Because she really has it narrowed in. She has it focused on clarity because I'm assuming the keywords that she has here. Let's take a look here to see. So business coaching online. Now, obviously, that's a high traffic volume keyword there, and she's in the third position, right? Um, Online business coaching. Um, Let me just see here. I just want to see if any of these keywords has listen in them. No. Okay. And then clarity. Okay. As you can see here, like obviously she really focuses on that business coaching, but look at this. So clarity coach, clarity coaching. Look at the volume, high volume, right? And then she's in the sixth position. So if we could get your website ranking within that search result, I think would really help grow your business for you. Because obviously clarity coaching is a keyword that does have traffic volume. And again, this is for an online marketing standpoint. And obviously, this is just my suggestion, but as you can see here, I mean, look at the amount of traffic she's getting every month. That's significant. And if we can help you even get a fraction of that online, I'd be more than happy to help. I mean, definitely reach out if you have any questions. Essentially, I just wanted to provide a video to offer my suggestions on things you can do on your own to really improve your online presence. But if you do have questions, like I said, I would be happy to help and answer them for you and help grow your business. So I hope you are having a wonderful day and I hope you take care. Bye bye.